Can stop the Elder Tide.
Serpents to fight. Good. I'm just getting
over
started.
Here, quickly. I don't know when. Thank the Eight you're not one of those druids. Sergeant Brusick survived the wreck. The Sea Elves said he was as good as dead. They regretted leaving him there as soon as those druids locked us all up. The Sergeant and I take care of our prisoners. That would be Kyrisia. She offered to pick the lock on this cage, but I couldn't leave these two. Seeing the druids when they killed Suni Gil and the others, it broke their spirits. Kyrisia's many. It's my job to guard the prisoners. I failed so many of them already. I'll not fail these two. If you open the door... Either pick yourselves off the ground or let me carry you. We're getting out of here. Sergeant Brusick's waiting.
Since you're the first person I've encountered in this damn jungle who isn't trying to kill me, let's assume we're going to be friends. I'm High King Emmerich. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lady Arabelle, you say? How is the dear woman? She and I have shared quite a few close calls over the years. But she only sent you? I assumed I merited at least a dozen knights or so. Ah, well, I assume you have a way to get us off this damn island. Ah, you've seen Irene. And she's still alive? Good. Do you know, I was looking for young Ernskar when these serpents rushed out and tried to toss me in that cage. I showed them. but I think they may have captured our wayward Nord prince. I half expected to find our young Nord prince sitting atop a pile of dead serpents, but no such luck. Let's take a look around and see if we come to think of it. I also heard. Look around. Ernskar was here before they moved him. I'm sure of it. The Scald King's axe. Ernskar held that like Queen Maria grips a sweet roll. He wouldn't give it up willingly. Fights like a giant. That sounds like Ernskar. And he's at the coin fort. Well done. Let's find Queen Irene, shall we? All that dead lout had was this bottle of wine.
Veslin told me what... Oh, it does, my... House Mornard will hear about what... While you were helping my prisoners, I got my bearings out here. We're not that far from Broke Rock Mine. I've made the run there a time or two in the past. We can make it there and get the assistance we need to make it back to Aminos Station. Like I said, it's not too far. I've recovered my strength, Veslin is none the worse for wear, and my prisoners will help us defend ourselves. Don't worry about it. What happened here was out of our control. We'll make a report and get another ship to take the prisoners where they need to go. Mornard will see that the Druids here. It might take some time, but the danger they pose won't be ignored.
Good to see you still well, Emmerich.
And you, Irene. Nice, cat. I say, friend, let's chat. I washed up alone, and now I'm surrounded by allies. At least, allies for the nonce. It's funny how fate can change in a moment, eh? Let's talk about the things we found. Right. Mentions taking their captive noble to the coin fort. That has to be Prince Ernskar. Aminos used to be a stronghold for High Rock slave traders, but that was many years ago. There's a crumbling old ruin just west of here. A long time ago, yes. Not something the Covenant sanctions today, but you're missing the pertinent point. The Green Serpent Gang is using the old coin fort as a hideout, and they're holding Prince Ernskar there. We did indeed. There are songs sung about that weapon. Literally, Yoren performed one of them the last time we shared company. We must return it to the prince when we find him. Anyway, our course seems clear. We make for the coin fort to the west. Don't worry about me. I'll meet you to the coin fort. Shall we journey there together, Irene?
Casca will run ahead and clear the path.
Let's not get separated. I'd rather not be alone in this place.
Truth be told, this is one of the most relaxing diplomatic missions I've had in quite some time.
Walker, we need to talk. Bright moons shine upon us, Walker. Before you arrived, I did some sniffing. A scent like the one that lingers on that axe you found. It's inside the Coin Lord's old fort. I'd bet Zaji's left ear that it's Queen Irene suggests subterfuge. They seek the nobles. Let's give them one. In a word, yes. Pretend Emmerich is your prisoner. Escort him to the front gate and wait for them to let you in. Meanwhile, the Queen and I will await your signal. After we free Ernskar, we'll find a place to signal the rescue ship.
The High King most definitely, agrees. Lead on, my foul captor.
Come, Casca. Let's see how much trouble we can get in.
If you insist.
They captured one of the nobles. You, bring that prisoner inside at once. Sentry, unlock the gate.
I'll draw the serpents out. Be ready.
Hands off, you bastard!
That's one of the nobles Dishchi wants.
High King
Unlock the
Emmerich
gate.
is
Grab it.
no one's prisoner!
Steady, my friend.
Attack!
Back, you faker! Kill them to run away. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
Cause a distraction.
Maybe they should try that.
Go find Prince Ernskar.
some. I'll pay you back. I think I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
The Ascendant Order won't make good on their promise that he's dead next breath.
I am Prince Ernskar, heir to the throne of Windhelm and Skyrim. Since you don't appear to be one of these green serpent bastards, can I assume you're a friend? So all 3 Alliance delegates still live. Good. As soon as I came ashore, I was set upon by the serpents. I made the bastards pay. But even the son of Yoren, the Skull King, can't fight an entire prison gang on his own. There were too many of them. Sungir, axe of the Skull King. Ah, it feels good to cradle you in my arms again, you powerful blade. But we can't go yet. The Serpent said that something called the Ascendant Order is behind us. Their leaders, the Lord and Magus, are here. And we will, after we deal with the Ascendant Order leaders. Emmerich would agree, and so would Irene. Come, friend. We can deal with these traitors in one fell swoop. With Sungir once more in hand, I feel better already. Let's find this Ascendant Lord and his Magus. I want to show them what it means to attack a Nord warrior. Someone was going to ask that eventually. Publicly, Yoren wants me to step up. The Pact is a sprawling alliance facing threats from all sides. The Skull King has many responsibilities. This is his way to finally allow me to share his burdens. Privately. The old goat is someone warming his bed at night, and refuses to stray too far from home. She's a lovely Riften lass. Brunhilde. My father's never been happier. He was only too eager to let me travel in his stead and represent. Hope is for poets, like my father. I am a warrior. One does not shy from battle at the first sign of danger. Even if nothing is gained from these conversations, Emmerich, Irene, and I shall be the ones who decide when to quit the field. Curious about the Prince of Windhelm, are you? What do you want to know? I have nothing to hide. My role? I've been a prince my entire life. My youth was not unlike yours, I imagine. I hunted, I fought, and I learned my lessons. I bathed in the frigid waterfalls that crash from the high peaks, and wrestled with wolves for sport. The usual. A personal question. My relationship with the Skull King is complex. He loves the chance to teach lessons, to pass on his tales. But he is still disappointed that I can't sing, forever denying him that father-son duet he's always dreamed of. It feels good to be armed again. I've missed you, Sungir.
I'll get Irene and Casca. We'll wait for your signal.
didn't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
There. Let's listen in.
We will have your missing nobles by day's end, my lord.
See that you do. Magus, summon the Order. We meet on High Isle on the morrow.
Enough! Get down there!
My liege, we must go.
Watching.
I won't allow you to escape.
Go. Find a way outside so you can signal the ship. I need a moment. Guess I'm not as recovered as I thought.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
The Magus and his lord escaped. Damn cowards. Go on. I can see the ocean.
I really
That's a good
don't
place
like
to
your
use your
odds.
signal.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
Shore's bold. Let's see that light all the way back in Wilhelm. Let's get to the dock.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Hold them at bay. The elf rituals are fickle things, but I shall quiet the storm.
Green serpents, attack!
Don't let them interrupt the queen. Don't panic! We can do this! I could use a healer!
ship can reach us through this storm.
Patience, lad. Irene is working on that.
Winds, waves, and storms. Heed my call and still your fury.
It's working!
I don't believe it. She actually did it.
Onto the ship, quickly.
We got them all, even Casca! Friend, give the word and Zaji will have you back at Mandrake
A
Manor.
daring rescue, a clean escape. Well done, my friend. I can't wait to tell Queen Maria all about it. I kept busy, if that's what you're asking. We made our way around the fort and kept the bulk of the Serpent's forces occupied. Casca was a real champion. She cut down 3 ruffians for every one that Irene or I dealt with. For all their rhetoric, it's clear that the Ascendant Order doesn't want the war in Cyrodiil to end, at least not with one of us on the throne. They're the worst kind of evil, a malicious greed masquerading as a benevolent purpose.
The Ascendant Magus and his lord are cowards. Neither would stand and fight. They call themselves knights? Hardly. At least we heard their plans. A meeting on High Isle, of course. But you must tell her what I'd learned while I was a captive. The Ascendant Order is behind all this, and they are led by the Ascendant Lord and his Magus. Truly? Well, you did not know that they were planning a big meeting on High Isle until we heard the Ascendant Lord say it, so that's something. And did you know the Lord planned to kill us as soon as the Green Serpents delivered us to him? As sure as we made it onto this ship alive, they want to make a show of it. You could hear it in their voices. This Magus, this Lord, they hunger for power. And the death of 3 Alliance leaders would be quite a start to their feast.
As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. To be honest, I wasn't sure the ritual would work. If it hadn't, let's assume Zaji could have navigated through the storm and reached us anyway. Yeah. Royal duties in Elden Root are as frustrating as ever, but the Dominion holds strong. There's been so much strife just in the few years I've been queen. Is it wrong to hope peace might one day surround the Eagle Banner? Thank you. Some days I fear all this death and pain will be for nothing. But in times like these, times that challenge every belief we have, we must stand together. That's why the Dominion was founded, and why we will claim victory in the end. As depressing as it sounds, that's the most fun I've had in months. Between Emmerich and I, the Green Serpents scattered like leaves in a strong breeze. And thanks to Casca's formidable presence, the rest were quick to abandon their posts. I made sure to hold off on the ritual until I saw the signal flare. Absolutely. They raised a storm and sank 3 ships to try to kill us. As long as their leaders live, there's no reason to expect them to just surrender. At least Emmerich, Ernskar, and I still draw breath. Thanks to you.
Zaji's ship was closest when the signal flare ignited.
Nice to be back in the city. Lady Arabelle wants you back.
What is it?
Walker, Lady Arabelle wants to see you in the courtyard, out back.
Well, here comes our hero now. Well done, my dear.
Excellent. Who wants a drink? The Prince of Windhelm is buying.
Hold fast there, lad. We're safe for now, but the battle's just begun.
Good work finding the Alliance leaders and getting them off Amanos safely. I'm quite proud of you, my dear. Lord Bacaro and I will spirit them to a more secure location shortly. Then we can turn our attention back to the Ascendant Order. So Prince Ernskar told me. We'll get to that. First, you need to rest, and I need to make sure our royal guests remain safe. For now, take this. As long as I can count on you, there's more where that came from. Good work. So, Prince, thanks to you, the royals have finally reached High Isle. While the Ascendant Order has lost their prizes, they remain a threat. Once the Ascendant Lord and his magus learn the Alliance leaders are here, they will stop at nothing to reach them. Lord Bacaro and I have a secure place. They'll be safe enough there. So far, we've been on the defensive, reacting to events. The time has come to take the fight to the Ascendant Order, and my plan starts with this meeting you heard about on Amanos. And I think I know how to determine where this assemblage will take place. While you were away, I received reports of Ascendant Order activity at Mistmouth Cave. I propose we investigate, and if luck is with us, catch ourselves a lord and a magus. Mistmouth Cave lies on the northern coast of High Isle. It's a favorite of outlaws and pirates. I'll meet you there. I need to go over some details with Jakan one more time. Things tend to go in one ear and out the other with that one, you know.
Why must we sit on our hands? The Dominion can crush the Ascendant Order with one fell blow.
I will not allow the Dominion to land warriors on Breton shores. The Daggerfall Covenant will handle this matter.
Summon your fleets and I will leave. The Ebonheart Pact will not negotiate under threat of attack.
Patience, please. This is a delicate situation. Let us handle this. Now go with Jakan. He'll see you to a safer location.
right. Don't cry for mummy. Tired of walking anyway. I can't believe what I saw with my own eyes. A talking skull. It can't be. Nice hole.
Shook. Look at Ifalon and the... I don't like the looks of that volcano. As if we didn't have enough trouble already. Could this be related to what Valencia and you discovered at the Druidic Circle? Could the Ascendant Magus really affect the volcano to such an extent? That's true. The ground rumbled when he summoned a storm at the castle. And the volcanic vents became active after he conjured the storm that wrecked the Alliance ships. There was no storm this time, though. Absolutely nothing, dear. But Mount Firesong hasn't erupted in centuries. The Druids maintain its slumber. Let's hope they can keep it calm until we stop the Magus from drawing more power. In the meantime, let's look inside Mistmouth Caves, shall we? Anything that points us to the Order's upcoming meeting. If the Ascendant Magus sent out a summons, someone here should know about it. And keep watch for anything else of importance. You never know what clue will be the one to solve the mystery. Mount Firesong is the volcano that rises above the island of Ifalon. You can see it at the distance. It's always been restless, and its vents and hot springs stretch throughout the archipelago. I didn't think too much about the initial rumbles. The Stone Lord Druids administer to the vents here on High Isle, but the Firesong Circle controls Ifalon. Outsiders aren't welcome there, and I've never seen one of their druids. They say the fire songs work to keep the volcano appeased. Head inside. I'm right behind you. Volkesh? Be careful. They're drawn to volcanic activity. Dead Ascended Thunder Knights? They must have fallen to the lava creatures. A map of Castle Nevere. The Order attacked there already, but this map shows a river where there shouldn't be one. This cave is crawling with Ascendant Order Knights and Volkesh. We should be careful.
Off with you, Squid! The Magus must have come here to continue his experiments. He plans to use this power in their next attack. We need to determine the target. Another tremor. Step carefully, dear. They're coming for us.
A summons to a council of the Ascendant Order. This is what we've been looking for. Let's talk. So let's review what we found. First, there was a map of Castle Nevere that showed a river that doesn't exist. At least it's not on the surface. If it depicts an underground river, it could also indicate a hidden passage beneath the castle. Let me see that again. Yes. The Ascendant Magus thinks he can draw on the volcano to lend power to his spells. The next target they attack, he'll have more control over his ritual. Below the sleeping knights? What could that mean? Statues or bodies? I suspect we're looking for catacombs again, like the ones we found beneath a Bane chapel. But I saw no sleeping knights there. I assume that the poor departed Banneret Janine succumbed either to the heat and fumes in these caves, or to the Volkesh that congregate near the lava pools. But their misfortune is our good luck. We have what we need to move forward. Of course, it becomes quite clear when you put all the pieces together. The Duforts have interred their dead in the vaults beneath their castle for centuries. The Order must be meeting in the Nevere dungeons. I'll collect it.
Off we go!
There! Over here!
Very subtle, Lady A.
Jakan and I have been watching the entrance. There are definitely people going into the dungeons and not coming out. They must be throwing quite a party. By using the summons we found in Mistmouth Cave, naturally. Take Jakan with you and present the note if anyone tries to stop you. Once inside, confront the Ascended Magus and disrupt whatever plan the Order has in motion. Simple as that. Oh, take them down with as much violence as possible. That goes without saying. But try not to take on the entire Order by yourselves. Good help is hard to find. If you can expose the Lord or Magus's identities, that might be enough to defeat them. Who does under the armor and hoods? I threw together some Ascendant Order outfits for the two of you. All you need to do is act like you belong there. Here, try them on. Ooh, they fit perfectly. Now get in there and find out what the Ascendant Magus is up to.
You couldn't find something a little more flattering?
The idea is to blend in, Jakan. You both look positively menacing.
Lady Arabelle was right. This looks like the place. Probably behind that door.
The recruits must wait outside. The Magus will address you later.
That's not fair! We want to attend the main meeting.
Stop right there. Only full members... Let me see that. That's the Ascendant Magus.
Hey, we were here first.
This isn't the market, recruit. Back in line.
Our ships are ready, my lord. We can attack all Flag's Islet on your command. And you can control the druid magic. It will take great power to breach the keep's defenses. We cannot afford another mishap. I can, my lord. The Alliance leaders will have nowhere to hide after I tear down their walls. Go then. Begin the attack.
They know we took the Royals to all Flags? And the Magus has ships ready to attack? We can't let them get away. Try the door to the right. Careful. I don't think that letter you found will work down here. We're gonna have to fight. Magical traps. Watch your step.
Keep your guard up until you've got your footing.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Hear water ahead. Didn't Lady Arabelle mention an underground river? Look at that. An underground river. But I don't see the Magus. Let's look around.
Lady Arabelle's hounds. Did you think you could sniff around undetected?
You bastard. What have you done with Lady Arabelle?
You are annoyingly persistent. Well, my foolish adversaries, the Ascendant Order can be persistent too. Did you really think you defeated us when you retrieved your precious royals from Aminos? All you did was gather them in one place for me. Would-be emperors have brought nothing but conflict and turmoil to Tamriel. Lord Bacaro is a fool to think peace can be won with gentle words. It's time to throw down those who aspire to the Ruby Throne and mete out justice with them. We will assume power and put an end to this wretched war. Strength can win the peace Lord Bacaro hopes for. Hard choices must be made. But one day, the peoples of Tamriel will thank us. You really don't know. I suppose even the legendary skills of Lady Arabelle DeVoe were no match for the Ascendant Lord and his brilliant strategy. But come now, you've worked beside the investigator. Surely you've learned something. Well done.
Perhaps you are a worthy foe. Still, it's too late to stop me. If only Lady Arabelle were here to witness this. Ah, but she is. My knights found her outside. She faces justice in the dungeons below. If you... I wish we could chat longer, but the tide waits for no one. Do give Lady Arabelle my regards.
It's gone, damn it! Come on, we gotta find Lady Arabelle.
I never used to fight this much, until I met you.
Really? Oh, please. Only 8 of you? I expected more of a fight. There you are, dear. Why, Jakar? You look positively happy. What's wrong?
The Magus said that you were... that they would... never mind.
I met the Ascendant Magus, dear.
Tell Lady Arabelle what we found out.
I met the Ascendant Magus, dear. He was smug and annoying, and definitely a noble. But his helm disguised his voice. I thought I was fine when he only left 4 knights to guard me, but then 2 more arrived. If you hadn't drawn them away... Damar Dufort? There was something familiar about that voice, but I couldn't place it. When he captured me, I no doubt became the perfect distraction to use against you. Sorry about that, dear. Still, thank you for coming to my rescue. Where I just sent the delegates? Damn it! Very well. We're close to the Navir docks. If Count Damar is launching a naval attack, he'll want the Silver Swan, assuming she's seaworthy. If we hurry, we might catch him before he sets sail. I'm very observant, dear. Duchess Alea's new flagship is the largest vessel ever constructed by the Dufort shipyards. The Duchess planned to inspect her today, which gives us another reason to hurry. Who knows? Let's meet at the Navir docks, dears. They're just south of the castle. Steward, have you seen Count Damard or Duchess Alea?
Count Damard? Why, no. Duchess Alea, however, is touring the Silver Swan. She does not wish to be disturbed. I think I made things perfectly clear, mainly. Ridiculous! I see no rogue...
...with the steward. Jakan. The steward is definitely hiding something. Look for a launch at the end of the pier to take us to the Swan. There's the Silver Swan, moored out in the bay. Hurry! If they set sail, we'll never catch her. It looks like the portholes are open. Up the ladder, dear. I'm right behind you.
for the Ascendant Order!
Try breaking free!
Ascendant Order.
Whew, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Someone please help! They locked me in my cabin!
The Duchess! Up the stairs, my dear.
My own steward turned against me. He had the audacity to lock me in my own cabin!
Speak with the Duchess, dear. I'll have a look around.
Oh, thank you. I came to inspect my new flagship. When I arrived, Steward Hersian led me to my cabin and locked the door. He said we were to set sail. That I would be kept safe until the Ascendant Order finished their work. I have no idea what he was talking about. My brother is the Ascendant Magus? I assure you I had no idea. I have nothing to do with those rogue knights. They are dangerous rebels and outlaws. Why, they even convinced my own steward to kidnap me. Well, no. I saw Domard earlier, but when he learned the Swan wasn't ready to sail, he said he made other arrangements. He spoke with Steward Hersian, gave him a letter, and...
Search the cabin, dear. Find that letter. You found Domard's letter? What does it say? I see you found the letter. Don't keep me in suspense, dear. Tell me what it says. Let me see. A contingency plan, eh? The Ascendant Order expected the Alliance leaders to drown in the shipwreck, but it seems they were prepared to launch a direct attack on Old Flag's Islet if all else failed. And now it has come to that. We must warn Lord Baccaro of the danger. If we can't trust House Dufort's knights, we'll need whatever troops House Valoris and the Society of the Steadfast can scrape up. Lord Baccaro is supposed to meet me at Mandrake Manor. I'll see you there.
I am simply mortified. My brother and my steward, traitors. I must return to my castle and barricade the gates.
Count Damard, or should I call him the Magus, he thinks I'm dead beneath Castle Nevere, that Duchess Alea is locked aboard the Silver Swan, and that his victory is assured. But thanks to you, he's wrong about everything. Let's just say I have faith. Look what we accomplished. We know who wears the helm of the Ascended Magus, and we learn the Order is moving against all flags. We have a chance to stop Count Damard yet. Take this, dear. You more than earned it. We determined that Count Damard is the Ascendant Magus, and we discovered his plan to attack All Flags Island. As you can see, I need your help, my friend. The Alliance leaders are in grave danger. I believe we can hold All Flags Castle with a few warriors, but if we need to fight our way past the Ascendant Order forces, we'll never reach the Alliance leaders in time. We require a ship the Ascendant Magus won't suspect. Remember Damard's letter to the steward? The Ascendant Order ship, Nereid's Song. It's waiting for the steward in a hidden cove. We just need to commandeer it and sail to All Flag. First, we must find the cove where the Nereid's Song is hidden. I have no idea what cove Damard's letter referred to, but Captain Colleen might. She and the other captains are down by the harbor. We'll need them all to crew the ship, I suspect.
Rounds of tribute when I'm off duty.
Enough with the games. We should be out there doing something.
Ever hear the old proverb? Opportunity arrives while Khajiit takes nap.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It does when Zaji's feet are tired.
Good to see you, friend, but something is wrong. I knew it. That explains why we haven't been able to find any of their knights around Gonfalon Bay. The Ascended Magus must have gathered all of his forces to participate in the attack. What do you need us to do? The best place to hide a vessel on that part of the island is Jury's Cove, north of the Nevere docks. Let me guess. Nereid's Song is an Ascendant Order ship. You want to use it to slip past their fleet and rescue the Alliance leaders. Here, I'll mark the cove's location on your map. As for a crew, well, you're looking at your captain.
One captain is good, but two is even better, yes?
Make that 3.
I can't ask you to join me in this.
You are not asking. Zaji is telling.
Looks like I've found a crew. Head to Jury's Cove, friend. We'll collect Lady Arabelle and meet you there.
Nothing wrong with a little opportunistic harvesting.
dear. Captain Colleen was about to tell us her plan. Why don't you ask her how she wants to proceed?
The ship looks like the Ascendant Order's almost done loading the ship. If we want to seize the Nereid Song, cut the mooring lines. Start with the dock on the left and deal with any knights that get in your way. While they're busy with you, the rest of us will go around to the right and board Nereid Song. Once you've cut all 3 mooring lines, climb aboard. We'll do the rest. And don't pull your punches with those Ascendant-ordered bastards. Get ready, all of you. Once things begin, we'll need to move fast.
Beck, I hope you're watching.
To the ship, everyone!
What are we waiting? And we'll set sail. Nereid's song is ours, Lady Arabelle.
Excellent. Set course for All Flags Islet. There's no time to waste.
What are we waiting for?
Zaji wishes...
You can make it. Keep moving.
The attack's already begun. We'll have to fight our way into the castle. Lead the way, dear.
Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
To the door! The Ascendant Order is breaking in!
It's just us, Valencia. Stand down!
Oh, Lady Arabelle, the Order is attacking the castle!
Yes, dear, we saw. But where are the Alliance leaders? Friend, let's talk. I wanted to get the Alliance another relic of the All Flags Navy and the site of the peace talks. The Mages Guild cast protective wards around them, defending the castle as best we can. We need to hold back the Ascendant Order as long as possible. We need to protect the Alliance leaders. Where are they?
Scattered, I'm afraid. Queen Irene was with us, but there was a great rumble and screams from below. She ran to help.
Go, my dear. Make sure Queen Irene gets to Memorial Hall. Jakan, help me sort things out here. We must hold the castle and help her.
Friend, these beasts and the Order's druid allies threaten everyone in the castle. They must not get by us.
Why? Why for money?
Brace yourself. This shield can absorb the light so long as you hold it.
Cannot withstand the sword.
Good. Now, release the energy back at them.
Do you
The
want to
Ascendant
brag
Order will
about
tear
that,
this
or
place
should I?
down to get to us. We're sitting ducks in here.
We're getting winded.
Ascendant Order ships in the loch. As glorious as a fight to the death would be, I suppose I should try to survive. Find Ernskar, then look for Emmerich.
These Ascendant Order rats just keep climbing up. Help me dispatch them. Next ship reaches the dock will be overrun. We have to do something. Not while we're all that stands between. Good. Then I can use this ballista to destroy that ship. He went down to the door at the south end leads down to the dock. Keep them from scaling the walls, and I'll put this siege weapon to good use.
Coming for us.
Help him while I head to the hall. These evil
are feeding the storm. That's better. Now it's a fair fight.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Try breaking free!
Victory is ours, friend, but we shouldn't linger too long. Ah, yes. The protected hall. I thought... Then we should make use of the defenses she prepared. I'm sure she...
More enemies approach.
Quickly, into the hall.
Use your medallion. It's the only way past the walls. As much as this galls us, this is the prudent course. The Ascendant Order can't breach...
You think yourselves safe? I will bring this castle down on top of you.
The wards are breached. As you are.
I really don't like your odds.
Hiding in your hole. This shall be your tomb.
We can't stay here. He's trying to topple the castle.
I've just about had it with this Ascendant Magus. To the courtyard. Friend, join me.
Of the Veiled Alliance, prepare to fall to the Ascendant Order!
Help! I'm scared too. I could use some help.
You... You are formidable, but let's see how you handle this.
I've got something for that beast.
Get back, you fetcher!
All right, it's loaded. Show me what's the target, and I'll make it count.
Use the stamina trap!
I'll deal with them.
He's drawing in too much power, but you and Emmerich together. Help Emmerich with those three. They're coming for us.
Need the word!
Now, get close to the Magus and brace yourself.
This had better work, Irene.
Back at it.
I may fall, but the Ascendant Lord will still triumph.
Yes?
We cut down the Magus, but the Lord is still out there somewhere.
The Magus has fallen. We will deliver the same fate to his lord.
Our friend here made this victory possible.
Indeed. And they got us to work together.
What's on the
Amazing.
docket today?
Now let's go find Lady Arabelle.
We will face this enemy together.
There you are, dear. And with the Alliance leaders, too. I assume you had something to do with the Ascendant Order's retreat? I admit I feared all was lost, as more of those rogue knights pressed onto shore. Then the castle's siege weapons unloaded on their ships, and the dark storm suddenly abated. I knew you were special the moment I saw you, my dear. The Ascendant Magus hoped to topple thrones, yet instead his threat brought the Alliance leaders together. And you showed them peace is worth fighting for. Take this. Nothing about this peace conference has gone as planned, but the Ascendant Order might have given us something we didn't have before. A reason for the Alliance leaders to cooperate. Can I ask one more favor of you, dear? Lord Baccaro needs to hear about our victory at All Flags. He can stop mustering a counterforce, at least for now. Thanks to you, Count Damar's plan to decapitate the Alliances has failed. The leaders are safe and back to their usual bickering. I suspect Count Damar's defeat cost the Ascendant Order most of their strength. It will take time for them to recover, which gives us a chance to salvage the peace talks. Bring the news to Lord Baccaro, then meet me back at Mandrake Manor. Lord Baccaro should be at Steadfast Manor. Do hurry before he strikes off with an army of hired knights to join a battle that's already over. Besides...
Surely we're done now. I could use a drink and a meal.
Must have been tough getting captured by convicts on Amenos.
Good point, Irene. But do remember...
Oh, bother. Milady's gotten herself into terrible trouble. Oh, what a fortuitous turn of fortune. Once again you appear when Lady Laurent and I need you most. You see, I find myself...
Ah, Lady Arabelle's associate. What news do you bring me? I've been sending messengers throughout the countryside, but so far I've only managed to gather a handful of knights. I was about to send them the order to head out when I saw you approaching. Does this mean you have news from Lady Arabelle? That's excellent news. My congratulations to you and Lady Arabelle. I'll still send the knights, but now their orders will be to shore up the castle's defenses, not rush into a war. But pray tell, where are the delegates now? Of course, All Flags Castle must be half in ruins after what I can only imagine was a fierce and costly battle. I'll get with Lady Arabelle, and we'll thank the delegates for their patience. I do believe another celebration is in order, though. Don't be modest, friend. From what I already know of your exploits, I can only imagine the heroics you demonstrated at All Flags Castle. Inform Lady Arabelle. We'll gather at Gonfalon Palace to celebrate your courage. And how often does someone get to save 3 realms in the same day? Your actions are an inspiration. I wonder, though, did the Ascendant Magus inadvertently help us by attacking the royals? We shall... Demar de Fort? Astonishing! I was certain the Magus was going to turn out to be one of the Monards. Tell me, what of this mysterious Ascendant Lord you encountered beneath Castle Navir? Did you learn any cowards like that let others do the fighting for them? I imagine he's in hiding, fearing exposure and seeking a way to rebuild his forces. I suspect the Lord will remain in the shadows for now. Stay vigilant. Inform me if you learn. Did they now? I can't wait to hear the entire story. I am surprised they didn't make use of the wards protecting Memorial Hall, though. We prepared the site to keep the delegates safe throughout the peace talks. Yes, I saw his power firsthand at Castle Navir. And Valencia explained that he somehow drew power from the volcanic vents that permeate the islands. A reckless use of magic, with little regard for consequences. Where did he learn that, I wonder?
Welcome, my dear. What news do you bring from Steadfast Manor? Were you able to meet with Lord Baccaro, dear? What did he say when you told him about... An excellent idea. Lord Baccaro knows it's vital to bring the delegates back to the table. After recent events, their faith in diplomacy might well be suspect. But a party, that's something they can all agree on. Can I impose on you? Tell the delegates Lord Baccaro dearly hopes they can attend a gathering at Gonfalon Palace. If anyone hesitates, use your charms to convince them to join us. Meanwhile, I'll throw something together. Meet me at Gonfalon Palace when you're done. Royals, no concern for their own safety. They each went off in search of a diversion. High King Emmerich to the temple, Queen Irene to stroll the harbor, and Prince Ernskar to the inn. I asked the Sisters' Guard to keep an eye on them, discreetly. These royals are a stubborn lot, or hadn't you noticed? I can never predict what they will do from one moment to the next. Remind them these peace talks are imperative. If that doesn't work, tell them the other two accepted your invitation. Sometimes a few untruths are required to grease the wheels of diplomacy. The royals will see right through the ruse, of course, but they'll play along. All they need is a reason to believe that this isn't a waste of their time. Leave that to me, dear. I'll send Jakan to round up our 3 brave captains and put them to work. It'll be all hands on deck, as it were, but I think we can manage. You just make sure the Alliance leaders attend the party.
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
Hello, friend.
And what will you bet?
Looking for me?
A ridiculous nose ring? Find another racket.
I've always loved the sea. Comes from growing up on Somerset, I suppose. But what can I do for you, my friend? A party? Just another excuse to get me and Emmerich in the same room? Oh, very well. If we could face unprecedented danger together, we can probably survive sharing a few drinks and some food. And where will this gala event be held? That's probably for the best. It's close by. And All Flags Castle was quite a mess after the battle with the Ascendant Magus. It will take Lord Bacaro a considerable effort if he plans to make it ready for the conference again. Most of the belongings I brought along were lost when the Perfect Pounce sank into the sea. I wonder if I can find any suitable attire on this island. Breton tastes leave something to be desired. What am I thinking? This outfit is perfectly fine. We did not discuss peace, if that's what you're asking. We disagree on important issues, which is why diplomacy usually begins with social occasions. Banquets, balls, hunts, and the like. Rarely do they... We regaled each other with tales of how we survived the shipwrecks and our adventures on Amanos. I believed Emmerich was past his prime, no longer the great hero. And Ernskar struck me as young and brash. I now have a different perspective.
Across the Isles, and for a while we had a source of pride. Noble are the knightly orders.
Well met, friend. Come have it. After the battles we endured, I was hoping to find a celebration. Unfortunately, this inn is as dead as the elk served at the Skull King's table. Have you come to drink with me, perhaps, my friend? Well, that's a welcome bit of news. Even a party full of royals and nobles has got to be better than this place. Wait, will Emmerich and Irene be in attendance? If they decline the invitation, I probably should as well. And it seems I have no other choice. I will attend Lord Bacaro's celebration, and if the festivities evolve into more serious conversations, perhaps I will even listen. Wait until the Skull King hears what he missed. Raging storms, a deadly jungle, a battle against near hopeless odds at an ancient castle. My father is going to kick himself. Well, maybe not about the storms. He gets sick at sea. Absolutely. He was an adventuring bard before he took the throne of Eastern Skyrim. He's not as ancient as Emmerich, and that old lion enjoyed himself. When we weren't almost dying, at least. I'll send a report to my father. Tell him. As long as nothing else out of the ordinary happens, I'll stay. At least for a while. The weather here on High Isle is so much nicer than what we have in Windhelm. I can do without the cold and the snow for a little longer.
Albatross, it sails the waves while iron sallies forth. The oaken knights know ancient ways. Now quick, where is my horse?
Magus Slayer! To what do I owe this pleasure? Have I thanked you yet for all you've done? Not just for the alliances and Lady Arabelle, but for me personally. No? Well, thank you, my friend. I don't know many people who could have beaten the Ascendant Magus. But what brings you to the temple? Another royal function. I'm getting tired of those ghastly affairs in most cases. I was just considering heading home. Queen Maria must be missing me terribly. Unless... is the celebration in my honor? It's bad form to refuse such parties. Irene and Ernskar? Well, I can't allow them to attend and not show up myself. And I guess I do owe them something of a debt, too. They did help us on Amanos and at All Flags Castle. All right, I'll attend Lord Baccaro's celebration. It seems I'll need to pay more attention to the Sisters Archipelago in the future. My negligence allowed treason to fester and bloom unchecked. That changes now. But enough grim talk. We must celebrate. I will see you at Lord Baccaro's gathering. I will need to treat that situation delicately. Until I can prove one way or another that Duchess Elea was truly ignorant of her brother's plot, I can't in good conscience reprimand the entire house. Still, I don't take treason lightly. No, but we didn't exterminate all of those Order bastards, and their so-called Ascendant Lord is still loose. I have no doubt his rogue knights will rise against us again. I'll withhold judgment on the Duforts until my daggers investigate, though.
Change of plans? What would you like to talk about? I love maps and old books. Oh, I can lose myself in a library or booksellers for days on end. I'm also a bit of an enophile. It means I like wine. A lot.
good looking. Got a moment? Lord Bacaro may have proclaimed that this was a celebration for the Alliance leaders, but everyone came out to see the hero who saved All Flags Castle. I'm impressed how fast the word got around, even if I may have had something to do with that. Just wanted you to know, I worked it out with Lady Arabelle. She considers my debt to her paid in full. I think she may have confused me with you, but I'll take it any way I can get it. So go in and enjoy the party. I'm sure I'll see you around. I put on a few disguises, sure, and I'm glad everyone's safe, but all this hero stuff gives me a rash. I'm not supposed to attract so much attention. Anyway, Lady Arabelle wants a word with you before she starts the main event. She's waiting inside.
Not my finest work, but I think this venue will do. I see you convinced our royal guests to come to our little gathering. Well done, dear. Now for the tricky part. Persuading them to stay for Lord Bacaro's talks. After so many perils, I suppose I couldn't blame them if they decided to leave. Excellent, dear. You saved Emmerich and the others from the Ascendant Order and ended the threat of the Magus. Plus you salvaged the talks and restored the hope for peace. Take this. This is your day as much as anyone's. I have to address the crowd.
Certain likes a quick study.
We're here to celebrate the coming together of 3 great leaders, and to show our appreciation for a hero who saved the delegates and kept our hopes for peace alive. On behalf of Lord Bacaro and the Society of the Steadfast, I ask our honored guests to enjoy the celebration.
The Old Mary Dominion thanks our hero and promises to participate when the talks resume.
The Ebonheart Pact wholeheartedly agrees.
As does the Daggerfall Covenant. 3 cheers for our hero and for Lord Bacaro!
Well said, High King, and well said, Queen and Prince. Let the celebration begin.
Problem, Sarah? What would you like to talk about? My dad's an antiquarian. He gave me an appreciation of cultural artifacts. Mom showed me how to find them. I prefer to treat such things with the respect they deserve. Something you need? What would you like to talk about? I'm an archer by training, so I try to stay at range. Up close, I'm pretty handy with a dagger, but I prefer my bow.
I knew it the moment I saw you, dear. This one has spirit. This one has the heart of a hero. Not too unlike what Emmerich saw when he first looked at me. You know I appreciate all you've done, my friend. You can call on me for help whenever you need. No rest for the weary, dear. I need to help Lord Bacaro restore All Flags Castle for the peace talks, improve security, figure out what other traitors beside Count Damard are lurking about, and of course, I need to keep the delegates safe. Not right now. The captains and Koska have agreed to help guard the delegates, but the rest is all paperwork and supervision. When the peace talks get underway, I'll send for you. If you're still interested in helping, of course. No pressure, dear. An excellent answer. I must write that down. I expect that my notes will make an excellent basis for the next Investigator Vale novel. I must send them off to the author at once. Let's just say the author is a very dear friend of mine. Why, I would even go so far as to admit I know her as well as I know myself. And that is quite positively all I intend to share on this topic. Now go mingle and accept the adoration of the crowd.
We have taken the first step on a long journey. Still, no one ever reaches their destination without taking that step. I owe you a debt, friend. because of you, there's still a chance for peace. I promise to take full advantage of this opportunity. That depends on how fast I can get workers out to rebuild All Flags Castle and restore Memorial Hall. And I need to send word to the Mages Guild. Valencia alone can't replace the wards. There's also a new Fighters Guild delegate to consider. I'm certainly going to try. We've all accomplished too much to let the talks just fade away like a mist in the morning sun. You showed them they can work together. We can build upon that, provided I can get them to stay until we're ready to begin.
Fighting alongside each other? All well and good. Attending a party together? Sure, we're civilized people. But these peace talks? If Lord Bacaro is committed to continuing down this path, I'll follow. I don't hold out much hope, though. What do I look like, a soothsayer? All I know is that peace has powerful enemies. Every day, people tell me that if we press harder, we can make good on the blood and treasure we've spent. Dictate terms from a position of strength. It distresses me. I'm afraid I do. If I decide to ignore them and hold my ground, there's no promise Irene and Yoren can do the same. Peace is only possible when everyone sees there's no more to be gained from war. Still, if others are willing to try, so am I.
We won the day, my friend, and I learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or at least a helpful acquaintance. And if the peace talks do go on, I will do my best to negotiate in good faith. Who knows? Will ice melt in the cookpot? That's a certainty. But the thoughts that run through the minds of the rulers of Tamriel, those cannot be fathomed by even the most brilliant sage. But I will send word to my father, ask for his advice. Mostly. But he wasn't with us on Amanos or at All Flags Castle. He didn't fight side by side with the lion and the eagle. My father doesn't expect much from these talks. I'm not so sure. If the talks do take place, I'd love to surprise him.
I think I can bear this Breton paradise a little longer. Consider it my way of acknowledging everything you did for us. For me. If you could go out of your way to save 3 foolish royals, then I can try to find common ground with my enemies. There's always a chance. As long as Lord Bacaro can finalize the necessary arrangements, we have an opportunity to put an end to terrible suffering. What sort of queen would I be if I did not do everything in my power to see this through? I must assume so. Why else would they be here? They are honorable leaders despite our differences and the terrible war we're engaged in. I believe they want what is best for their realms as well as mine. Beyond that, we shall have to wait and see.
I feel a little out of my depth here. So much trouble came from the medallions I prepared, and then the magical wards I helped raise at Memorial Hall failed to stop the Magus. Now I'm supposed to turn my efforts to diplomacy? I am no diplomat. Up to now, my task has been to support Lord Bacaro and Lady Arabelle with my magic. I understood what they needed and how to craft it for them, but I know nothing about negotiating. I don't understand why the Guild has sent me. There are other mages with more experience, such as Barnes Galarian or anyone. They would be better negotiators. Ah, that's the point, isn't it? My role here isn't to negotiate, it's to speak honestly and keep an open mind. That I can do.
Bestest friend, I had no idea you were a large diplomat too. Prince Ernskar says you saved the peace talks by saving his life. Twice! That is very strong diplomacy. I wish I had thought of that. Oh, very good. Tanilan and Ulganash said my diplomacy was so strong, they didn't need to be diplomatized anymore. They told me I could go commit diplomacy on new people and make more friends. Everybody in town. Sailors, merchants, fishmongers, dock workers, beggars, anyone I could catch. People like you when you buy them drinks. Although...
I don't want to help people just to make them grateful to me, but if these are the sort of parties adventurers get to attend, I definitely won't complain. Where better to find a ship than in Gonfalon Bay? I'll get passage on one of them. Until then, I'm helping people. Yes, I started by singing rats off a galley. It's a small start, but now folks are coming to me with their problems. I'm making a name for myself. It may not be much yet, but I crafted it myself. And it's my name, not my father's. Me? I'm going to enjoy myself. Maybe try some new foods. It's nice being at a party and not having to worry about being called on to perform. After that, I'm going to battle monsters, solve real problems, like you. I don't want to help you.
I've been told that my brother met his end at your hands during his reckless attack on All Flags Castle. If only I had seen through his scheme sooner, perhaps he might have been saved. But I suspect he gave you no choice. That was so his way. When my brother fixed his mind on a goal, he did not allow anything or anyone to get in his way. We were never close, but our relationship only worsened after I accepted our father's title. And now he's left our house on the brink of ruin. The High King says he does not hold me responsible for Demard's misdeeds. But the ships that attacked All Flags Castle were built into fort yards, and many of our knights fought under ascended helms. Our honor is irreparably stained.
When Kamal's Bane foundered on the rocks of Aminos Passage, I could not imagine this hour would come. Yet now, the hardest work of all begins. Well, after the hard work of restoring All Flags Castle is finished, then the hardest work begins.
As much as I enjoy a party, I still have work to do back on All Flags. And poor Stibbins isn't a spring rooster. All this excitement does terrible things to his already fragile constitution. If we disappear, do give our regards to Lady Arabelle. Oh, if you don't mind, I'd rather not recall that dreadful experience. You have no idea what it's like to have a foul-mouthed, libidinous sea captain inside your head. Although, I must say the feelings he left me with were rather enticing. I still have a few last things to take care of on All Flags Islet before the peace talks can proceed. After that, who can say? I go where I'm needed, and Stibbins follows faithfully in my wake. Someone must carry my personals, after all. Oh, that goes without saying. I am Tamriel's most celebrated treasure hunter and author, after all. I may stick around for the peace talks. Or I heard about some strange happenings in the Telvanni Peninsula. Or Hammerfell. I haven't been there in ages.
Well, that was quite something to see. I envy your life of adventure and daring-do, my friend. Sometimes I imagine striking out with nothing but a sword and a good pair of boots. But what would become of Lady Laurent? She'd be... What? Well, yes, everyone does. She's a fine and noble woman. Quite personable. When she isn't calling for tea or ordering me to do some fool thing or other. But I do not appreciate what you are implying, my friend. After the... You saw? Well, nothing happened. Not really. Nothing I want to discuss, anyway. Lady Laurent wasn't herself. She was still caught up on the stifled emotions of a sea captain who had been alone for... Oh, must we talk about this? Nothing too exciting. I have lists to make, crates to pack, and Lady Laurent's collection of combs, brushes, and reach fetishes won't sort themselves. I'm sure we'll see you again. Milady appreciates your help.
I can't say I terribly enjoy parties. Too many opportunities for decisions one might regret later. But I suppose if anything is worth celebrating, it is your actions here on High Isle. Exceedingly well. With the trials out of the way, the jousting and revelry has been some of the best we've ever seen. I rarely get a chance to enjoy much of it, but Aurelia has encouraged me to live a little. I do. But it warms my heart to know she's getting a chance to see the world as your companion. I've known her for almost her whole life, you know. The smile she wore the day she won the tourney was a rare treat.
I'm going to stick right here by the Knight Commander. At least if I stand here and keep my mouth shut, I can't embarrass myself any further. What? No. Nope. I'm good here. I tried to introduce myself to High King Emmerich when the commander spoke to him, and I kind of forgot my own name. So, if I try that again, I think I'll die of shame. Other than putting my boots squarely in my mouth, you mean? Yes, I'm having a lovely time. Have you had any of those little finger sandwiches? And Jakarn has tried to hit on me no less than 3 times. I don't have the heart to tell him.
So, when not busy fighting pirates, I guess you're off saving royalty. Perhaps you just travel where the winds blow. Everyone here owes you a great debt, especially myself. The Prowler remains safe and ready to serve the Dominion. Wherever I please. That's the joy of the sailing life. We have a few jobs lined up. Sailors must eat after all. But I think we can afford some shore leave. And Queen Irene asked to talk later. I sense more dangerous cargo in the near future. Ugh, I asked that sour cat to come and thank you. But he turned me down. Something about needing to count the crates another time. He never stops working, that one. But I know for a certainty that he's grateful for everything you've done.
Nothing can replace the spearhead or the crewmates I lost when she went down. But seeing the High King and all these other people alive and well goes a long way toward making things right. Well, that and Nereid's song, I suppose. I'm not going anywhere until High King Emmerich finishes up what he came here to do. That's fine with me, though. It'll give me time to sign on a crew and put Nereid's song in proper shape. Lady Arabelle insisted, and the Duchess doesn't seem opposed. Still haven't decided whether to rename her. There's a lot of luck tied up in a ship's name. Oh, and while I'm here, I agreed to protect the delegates. I could use the extra.
Well done, my friend. What you accomplished here, what you prevented. We all owe you so much more than our thanks and well wishes. If there's anything you ever need from the Stone Lore Circle, you only need to ask. More or less. Nature has a way of doing the unexpected, but that's part of its grandeur. The spirit of the Grove has become more of a partner than a tool, and I am glad of that. You helped make that possible. The Circle will never forget that. No, not yet. It's like the very rock refuses to talk to us, and we're the Stone Lore druids. I've been busy getting the Grove settled, but I think I'll offer to help with the investigation into the lava vents and the volcano. It's the least I can do.
Quite an honor you've received from these esteemed figures. I feel confident they only know a small portion of your heroics. If these discussions succeed, we could soon see this war end. No more lives thrown away in the pursuit of power. Returning to normal thanks to you. The symptoms of Vera Lane's experiments have faded from our patients. Now they can focus on the conditions that originally brought them to me. That will be its own struggle, but one we're trained for. Oh, of course. As long as this horrible war rages, I will help heal the injured. And I believe in Lord Baccaro's dream. Learning about the lives of our enemies offers the best path to peace.
After a shipwreck, imprisonment, and dangerous battles, Zaji has earned a little time to relax. And perhaps some recognition for his bravery and skill, yes? Zaji is the hero of the day. After you, of course. A drink in your honor. Long sunny days and tender nights, filled with song, drink, and love. Or so Zaji hopes. Since Queen Irene has no one else to look after her in these islands, Zaji hereby appoints himself the task of catering to her every need. That is a task better left in Casca's claws. Who will look after Queen Irene if not Zaji? And Lady Arabelle insisted we help guard the delegate anyway, so what does this want to do? Zaji can only hope his devotion...
Good thing I didn't eat you on that Amenos beach, Walker. This all would have been a lot harder without you. And no, I don't really eat people. That's just Senshrat humor, as far as you know. That depends on Queen Irene. We're staying in Gonfalon Bay as long as she is, but that suits me fine. We've got a new ship and a new crew to break in, and I'll be keeping an eye on Zaji, as always.
Hope we find something interesting today. What would you like to talk about? I can't stand goblins, or snakes, or boats. They all make me want to retch, for different reasons. The less we deal with any of them, the better.
I think I can bear this Breton paradise a little longer. There's always a chance. As long as Lord Baccaro can finalize the necessary arrangements, we have an opportunity to put an end to terrible suffering. What sort of queen would I be if I did not do everything in my power to see this through? I must assume so. Why else would they be here? They are honorable leaders despite our differences and the terrible war we're engaged in. I believe they want what is best for their realms as well as mine. Beyond that, we shall have to wait and see.
I knew at the moment I saw you, dear. This one has spirit. This one has the heart of a hero. Not too unlike what Emmerich saw when he first looked at me. You know I appreciate all you've done, my friend. You can call on me for help whenever you need.